Make a few moves here. But after Queen A6 was played, our analyzer here, the guy playing white, as we're now calling him, played Bishop E2 right away, but did make a note about what would happen if he had played more aggressively after the Queen, like Bishop D6, after something like Rook D8 and Bishop here, with the idea of putting the Knight on D6, and made a note. I mean, really gives an evaluation where White still has chances of attacking on the Queen side, but maybe not necessarily any better than what he did. I'm making a note of that analysis because I agree with him. I think sometimes we get these positions where, oh, we see the discovery on the Queen with the Bishop on F1, and so we get super excited, and we're really ready to just end the game because we all know the discovered tactics are the way to win. But it's just, unless you see the knockout blow, you got to take a breath, complete your development, and allow Black to work himself out of this situation with his Queen being awkward. Maybe he makes a next move, which makes the discovery a winning move. The point is the Knight has no good discoveries, and even improving the Bishop to some square and then playing for discovery is not really going to help him. So by playing Bishop E2 and castling, I think he really made the right decision and showed some maturity as a player, just wanted to get castled and put the rooks on the open files. And I believe it was the right thing to do, and it allowed Black to do what he did in the game, which was sort of lash out. After he played Bishop E2, Black was uncomfortable, so he played B5. And now on Knight to D6, I do want to make a note that also the idea of Knight to E5, even though it may not look as cute as having a Knight on D6, may have been just as good because the Knight has a really nice potential of using that C5 square. And also by putting pressure on the C6 pawn, you're increasing the strength of an idea like C4 at some point. I am going to make a note later on that I feel like White might have missed an idea like C4 to open up everybody for the bishops and get pressure on the C6 pawn. But he didn't do that here. Instead, he played Knight to D6, and still there was this idea looming. My only note was, again, that maybe this wasn't something he could have considered. So B5, he played Knight to D6, and after Queen to B6, he cackled. Everyone loves to cackle. After A5, now he played E4. It's hard to criticize a move like E4 because you're grabbing the center and looks to really, how can it be bad? It feels so right. How can anything be wrong that feels so right? Look at that little line I just busted out, right? Improv up here, just made it up, top of my head. All right, seriously. E4, it feels good to expand in the center, but I think that Black's targets are on the Queen side here, and in order to expose the overextended pawns, looking to create play on the Queen side would have been where I was focused. He made the comment that C4 he doesn't like because of Knight to B4. And although I agree with that to a certain extent, my point is that if we start to open up lines over there, we're still threatening something here. If he takes, we take with the Knight. The files are starting to become open, and these pawns are starting to be exposed. There's still threats of Bishop D6. Maybe one line real quick, just for an example, would be something like this: gaining a tempo on the Queen and the Knight's falling. And even if there aren't immediate tactics like that, I believe that opening up those lines will help him to expose some of the queenside pawns and really use the compensation the bishop pair could give him.
We hope you enjoyed this video demo from Chess.com. Subscribe today to finish this video and get unlimited access to our full video library. Your membership also includes access to Chess Mentor, the most advanced interactive training tool available anywhere. You'll also get full access to the Opening Explorer, Tactics Trainer, and much more. So sign up today and get serious about improving your game.